Hello and welcome back to From My Bench Pen. So from my bench pen to yours, let's make something beautiful today. So the inner bezel that I am making now is going to be the inner shelf that the stone sits on, allowing the point of the faceted gem to hang freely without touching the bottom. This helps the stone fit securely and sit at the right height. So after the bezel joints are soldered, then I check for bezel shape. Then I make sure that the step bezel fits inside the outer bezel. Third, then I make sure that when I am fitting the stone, there's enough bezel left to fold over to securely hold the gemstone in place. This cutaway diagram illustrates the internal construction of a bezel. By understanding this, you'll gain valuable insight into the fabrication process and achieve more accurate and professional results. This animation shows you that the inner bezel is being inserted from the bottom. So to create the step bezel, the inner bezel is made as a separate component and inserted from the bottom of the outer bezel. This construction gives us complete control over the fit and ensures that the gemstone sits at the correct height within the setting. The bezel should run above the point where the gemstone begins to curve. I leave 1.5 millimeter bezel to fold over the gemstone. And here both components are soldered in place. See how nice it looks? As you can see, the fabricated step bezel closely follows the structure shown in the diagram. So I can say that the bezel that I recreated in metal is exactly what we see in the diagram. So in conclusion, when the bezel is properly fabricated, it should function exactly like the diagram, providing both support and protection for your stone. Next, I want to show you something that happened at the last minute. After soldering the two bezels together, I noticed a small issue at the point of the step bezel. When I tested the fit of the stone, it felt a little too tight and would not drop completely into the seat. To correct this, I used a small cutting burr to create a tiny amount of clearance at the point where the stone sits. This simple adjustment allowed the stone to click into place properly and sit without any resistance. Normally, I would make this adjustment after the ring has been fully fabricated. However, for the purpose of this video, I wanted to show you the moment I was working on it and explain the completion of the step bezel. This is a common occurrence in both handmade fabrication and cast pieces. A slight shrinkage and dimensional changes can affect the final fit of the stone. The possibilities are many with this method. And my hope is that it helps you at the bench and inspires you to create step bezels in any shape you can imagine. If you found this tutorial helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and following along. Your support allows me to continue sharing ideas, techniques, and lessons. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And all I can say is thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.